the DMK is concerned. We'll get that story up for our viewers there, because the promises that they have been making, and we break to you the highlights there of the DMK manifesto. And they goes on to say, and especially the big point there is that Rajiv Gandhi's assassins will be released. Now, this is something that the DMK for long has been supporting when it comes to the release of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's killers. And they are supporting the stand to release them. It's been more than 25 years since they have been behind bars. Their release is something that the DMK promises if it comes back to power. Let me straight away go across to Pooja Prasanna, who is with us on this big news as well, as South India Bureau Chief. Pooja, now there are several promises that the DMK seems to be making, but this one caught our attention when it comes to Rajiv Gandhi's killers, the assassins, to be released if it comes back to power.
Absolutely, and this seems to be an attempt to appease to certain sentiments in Tamil Nadu, which has been, of course, clamoring for the release of Rajiv Gandhi's assassins, who have been languishing in jail for the last 25 years. But Amita, what needs to be pointed out, it isn't just for the Gandhi family to actually say that they have forgiven the assassins and they have no issues as far as the release is concerned, because we've spoken to a dozen other family members of several other people who were also killed in that assassination, and all of whom are very, very vehemently objecting to this move, saying that do not play politics over the loss of our loved ones. They say that for no fault of ours, for no fault of our dear ones, they were all assassinated brutally. So it wasn't just Rajiv Gandhi who was assassinated in that rally in Sri Perumbudur, but several other people, some policemen, some people who had come to attend the rally, and all of their family members who've spoken to Republic so far have seriously objected to the release of Nalini and others who are in jail. So it does look like the DMK and the Congress party want to rally around and want to, release this in their manifesto, saying that they will go ahead with the release, but it might really not have the consent of several others. Apart from that, very quickly, there are a couple of other controversial promises made in this manifesto. If you look at one point, it says that,
we'll come back to that, Pooja. We'll come back to that. But specifically staying on the focus on Rajiv Gandhi's assassins and they being released, that is the promise that the DMK seems to be doing. But let me also bring in Sanjeevi on board, because Sanjeevi, what exactly the politics now that the DMK seems to be playing? Yes, they have forged an alliance with the Congress party. The Congress party top leaders, if we talk about Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, they came out to say we have no hatred for their father's killers. But does that mean that they will be given something like a free hand release from jail, because this is not the only Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister they killed?
Well, exactly. Even the Congress is very clear with this, that in fact Rahul Gandhi, who spoke to media in Chennai when questioned about this, clearly told that he's ready to forgive and also let the law take its own course of action. That is what the Congress President Rahul Gandhi in fact told media while he spoke to, interacted with media last week in Chennai itself. So now DMK had also given an important point, abolition of death sentence. The DMK will use the center to bring out suitable amendments to Indian Penal Code for total abolition of death sentence, which has been already abolished in 150 countries. Release of 7 persons, including Peri Rivalan. The DMK uses the center and state government to take appropriate action to release on humanitarian grounds the 7 persons, including Peri Rivalan, who were convicted in the case of assassination of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi and languished in prison for more than 27 years. So this is the important point which has been mentioned in the manifesto of DMK today. So this has been in the manifesto for almost for 10 years is what we have to say, because this was in the manifesto in the year 2009, in the year 2011 during the assembly election, in the year 2014 even in the parliamentary election last time, and even now. So this has been a very important issue in the state of Tamil Nadu, and in fact that is why we can also expect the ADMK also take a similar kind of stand in this particular issue. So DMK and also other alliance parties like MDMK and VCK have been protesting, insisting the governor to take a decision to release these 7 people, and now this point has come in the manifesto of DMK.
Pooja, if I can come back to you on that,
Amita.
because as Sanjeevi has been suggesting that this was a similar move that was taken up by the ruling party itself when the state cabinet last year had passed that resolution and had been demanding that the resolution be taken up by the state governor as well. So now you have the DMK, which is an alliance with the Congress party. You have the AIADMK, which has finalized its seat sharing deal with the BJP. What happens to the Rajiv Gandhi assassins then?
You know, currently that report and that recommendation is with the governor. The Supreme Court has made it clear, Amita, that it is the governor's prerogative to decide if he wants to go ahead and heed to the recommendation of the state government and the state assembly, which had moved a resolution saying that all 7 convicts can be released, including Nalini and several others. But the larger question that we were pointing out to, while all parties in Tamil Nadu are singing in the same tone as far as this issue is concerned, like Sanjeevi rightly pointed out, DMK as well as the ruling ADMK and possibly their alliance partners too are on the same page as far as the release of these 7 convicts are concerned. Sanjeevi and, the Republic has spoken to members of several other family members of several other victims also, all of whom have gone on record to say that we oppose the release of these 7 people. They belong to a militant outfit, a terrorist outfit, LTTE, which is now still banned in most countries across the world. So what is the need to show humanitarian concern to people who indulged in terror activists, assassinated not just a former prime minister, but several others also? So politics being played over this is something that not everybody in Tamil Nadu is happy with. There are some elements, there are some sections of the society who are demanding. The clamour has grown, and Sanjeevi rightly pointed out that for about 10 years now, it has been, in fact, it has featured in several manifestos of DMK and other parties also. But the larger question is, irrespective of whichever party promises this, can this be done only because Priyanka Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi said they forgive the murderers of their father? What about several other people, several other innocent lives that were lost? Do their family members' voice have really no ground? Because at the end of the day, any life that is lost, it could be that of the Prime Minister.
Have they forgiven the killers or not? Because clearly their sentiments is not being taken into focus, unfortunately, there by the politicians down south, especially when we talk about the DMK, because now it has made a part of its manifesto saying that if it comes back to power, and especially with an alliance with the Congress party, whose Prime Minister was from, when we are talking about Rajiv Gandhi and his killers to be released, well, that is what the DMK for long has been asking. Thank you very much for joining us at this point in time, Pooja, and to you, Sanjeevi, as well. There are several more points where you have other stories as well that we are tracking for our viewers, because on the other side we'll get you especially the video there that has been released by the BJP there in Karnataka, which talks a lot about the freedom of speech being denied to the youth there, and that continues to be the big focus here on Republic TV.